Hello and welcome to a very romanticized edition of Trendz Travel in the month of love, right here at the Flamingo Room in Sandton City, Johannesburg. So yes, this month of love is characterized by wine and candies and chocolates and expensive restaurants, but it is all about love. So let's go and find out exactly what that means. Valentine's Day would not be complete without one of the most recognized symbols of love, the mythological, diaper-wearing, arrow-wielding baby Cupid. Yes, Cupid is believed to be the god of desire, erotic love, attraction and affection. Fitting for the day of love, right? But he actually has nothing to do with it. It started with Saint Valentine, who was beheaded on February 14th. Folklore has asserted different things about Saint Valentine. Legend has it that Valentine performed illegal Christian weddings for Roman soldiers. Roman authorities had outlawed marriage for soldiers, believing that married men made poor soldiers because they were more loyal to their wives and children. According to another tale, Valentine comforted imprisoned Christians by sending them hearts cut out of parchment. This is partly how St. Valentine's Day became so associated with romantic love. Since martyrdom, relics of Valentine were kept in the church and catacombs of San Valentino in Rome. This house of worship continues to be a popular place of pilgrimage for those seeking love. Valentine's skull lies here crowned with flowers. Today though, it's just about showing love. And this is what your trendy travelers think of Valentine's Day.
For me, Valentine's Day means being able to appreciate yourself, loving yourself, caring for yourself, doing the whole hashtag I love me for me by me to me thing. You know, it's not about getting a text message. If you don't get a text message, text yourself, buy yourself the flowers, post on Facebook that I'm having the best Valentine's Day with myself, for myself.
Dear future husband, what Valentine's Day means to me is flowers, chocolate, wine, candles, and maybe every once in a while you could throw in diamonds, but no pressure.
Now, Freddie Jackson said it best when he sang, love means so many different things. And for me, love means sacrifice. Since I became a mother, I understood love in a more fuller, more wholesome way, and that is exactly what Valentine's means to me.
What is Valentine? Where do I begin? I'm kidding. Valentine is a day where you spend it with your significant other, your partner. It's a day where you celebrate your partner. It's a day where you spoil your partner, be it you buy chocolate, flowers, diamonds, if you've got the budget. But it's a day to celebrate love. And for me, I just want to celebrate love. Regardless of being single or being married, it's a day of love. Let's embrace love. Thank you so much.
Do stand to be corrected, but in my understanding, the Greek have categorized love into 3 categories. That's eros, phileo, and agape. We have a brand new category though. It is called self-love. So you can explore Valentine's Day on your own, and that's exactly what we did right down at the boardwalk in Port Elizabeth.
If travel is something you fall in love with time and time again, then you definitely have to show up this Valentine's Day and express love the best way possible. Self-love has taken me here today. Port Elizabeth is my home for the next few days as I celebrate love of self and travel. Arriving in style has a way of reaffirming one that their holiday destination will only be greater and grander.
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks. Fine, thanks. I'd like to take a peek, but I don't have.
After check-in, it's relaxation time by the pool with colorful drinks.
With Valentine's Day just around the corner, people don't think of traveling as something that one can do for themselves to celebrate self-love or love of self. If someone is traveling alone and they just want to pamper themselves and treat themselves for the special day, what can a male or female do on their own?
Oh wow, for that they'll definitely have to visit the Camelot Spa. I think that is the most wonderful experience one can have, because then there you get to pamper yourself.
First things first, massage parlor. Traveling long or short distances can sometimes take its toll on the body. So pampering is number one on the list of things to do when traveling alone.
What are those distinctive features that one can only find when they visit the boardwalk?
We have a state-of-the-art casino, the restaurants, there's a world-class Camelot Spa, there's also the hotel, which is a superior luxurious hotel.
Once refreshed, then you will do the inevitable, a stroll on the beach. This beach in particular is perfect for this occasion. Sardinia Bay in Port Elizabeth is a hidden treasure. Its breathtaking white sand dunes are what sets it apart from other beaches in the area. So I found myself a spot here and set up for a picnic. Oh, but how can you resist the rush of having the wind in your hair and the sound of the waves as you watch the sunset behind the clouds? From the outdoors to indoor fun, if you are feeling lucky, you can try your hand at a blackjack table. Well, let's just say some things are not for everyone. Here is something a little bit more my speed. A perfectly decorated table fit for dining alone.
I'm going to ask you this very interesting question. Does fancy food always have to be this tiny?
Because you have to eat more of it.
Okay.
The less it is, the more you eat. So that's why we're doing 3 courses.
Yeah.
By the end of 3 courses, it won't be tiny anymore.
Our chefs prepare beautiful meals and they ensure that they put all the hard work in there so that anyone can come in and enjoy those beautiful meals.
Traveling alone also allows for possibilities to make new friends. Who knows, you might find love.
Valentine's Day is a week away and we'd like to know what you'll be doing, so why not let us know on Instagram or on Twitter. That's on Trendz on SABC using the hashtag SABC News. If you are anything like me, then you obviously fell in love with Teddy Pendergrass's TKO and of course Jimmy Nevis's Heart Boxing. Now we take it to boxing of a different kind as Nadia shows us how to slim down for this season.
Hello, how are you? I'm fine. Good. Nadia, can you let me teach you?
Forget yoga and Pilates. Boxing is now the latest fitness craze. With a lot of celebrities boasting gorgeous bodies and crediting their boxing coaches, we had to go and see for ourselves what really happens in the boxing ring. Courtney, I just saw you on the ring. First of all, you looked like you were having so much fun. Tell me about your boxing journey.
It's been an amazing journey. I started towards the end of May last year. I think I was horrible when I started because I was so used to working out on my own at home. I didn't go to a gym at all. I was still quite active, but working out on my own. So when this journey started, I used to do karate when I was younger. So this was completely like different from what my body could do. So it was interesting to actually see how far I can push my body because I thought I was fit. I was actually very unfit. This process is hard. It's tough. You have moments where you want to cry because you want to get it right and it's frustrating, but you have to be patient with yourself. I think that's the key. But it's been an amazing journey. I think my level of fitness I'm 80% where I want to be.
Okay, so let's talk about Iconic Fit.
I started Iconic Fit as the process of my boxing journey continued. Because a lot of people were commenting on my workouts and how they are inspired. So I thought I'd do like a dedicated page to fitness and health inspiration, and that's how Iconic Fit came about. And the response has been amazing. It's amazing how people need just a little bit of a push to take care of themselves because I don't think a lot of people know what to do. I don't think they know the right exercises to do. And most of them actually don't believe it's possible to train and have fun, because people see it as such a chore, as such a, I need to get up and go to gym. But if you can't afford a gym membership, it's easy to do a lot of this stuff at home, because you can see how they train here. I mean, there aren't any fancy gym equipments. A lot of the times we use our own body weight. So it's stuff that people can actually do at home.
One last question. I think this is what everyone wants to know. What do you eat?
I'm sure you've seen on my page when people ask that question, I don't go into detail answering it because I eat everything. But because I work out so much, I burn a lot of calories. So I suppose I can afford to. I don't have a strict diet. What I try to do is balance out my meals. And eat reasonable portions, as long as it's not dumpling.
Health is wealth. I'm already in the boxing ring and maybe I'm a bit ahead of myself. So let me speak to the professional. So can I just get into a boxing ring and start fighting?
No. It's a lot of process for you to be a fighter, and it's a lot of process for you to be able to box. But it's a very nice thing. Anyone can enjoy it. So we're here to train anyone boxing and make sure that those people are getting fit, healthy, and those who wants to box, they can be able to box.
Cool. So when did you start boxing?
For me, I started boxing 11 years ago, and I've been a professional for like 8 years now, with 27 fights and 26 wins with 1 loss. I've been a world champion 2 times. So I've been boxing for a long time. I've been around.
Okay, so you're going to train me today?
Oh, yes.
So where do we start?
Okay. Firstly, we'll show you how to throw blows, what blows for what, which blows for what. We have like different punches that we do. We have like, we need to show you how to stand for you to punch, and we need to make sure that at least you are in the right position or everything before you can even say you're boxing. So there's a lot.
Okay, I think there's a couple of people that I need to fix this year, so let's get to it. I would have never imagined myself put on boxing gloves, let alone go into an actual ring, but here I was. It's scary and seems impossible, but because I love a challenge, I gave it a try. It can be very frustrating at first because there's a lot of steps to follow, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes easier. This will not happen overnight, of course, but what I can tell you is that as long as you put in the work and time, you're guaranteed a great body and combat skills. So go get yours.
Valentine celebrations are synonymous with fine wines and champagnes. African celebrations are synonymous with a home-brewed beer called mkomboti. And this time Jabulo shows us how to make it, and while he does that, I'll enjoy some flowers in bloom.
What is a traditional celebration without umkomboti? Whether you're Zulu, Xhosa, or Pedi, it brings people together. And today, I'm here to learn how to make umkomboti. What is a traditional ceremony without music and dance? We were invited to attend a umkomboti making session in Soweto, where our palates were teased with a variety of African beers, fermented with a modern twist. Then it was time for us to learn the process of beer making from the brewer master.
Everybody's here to learn how to make umkomboti.
The ratio is 1 to 2. So if it was a 1 kg King Kong is 2 kg medium.
So at this stage, then, earlier, we don't simmer.
Once the mixture is done, you leave it overnight to cool down and ferment. Once that is done, strain the fermented mixture till it's liquid and umkomboti is ready to be served. Authentic African beer tasting requires one to indulge in African food. Today we had a 3-course meal, and the starters we had mabele balls or mabele croquettes. It's basically a mabele cooked down and made into a ball, and then I put a crumb over it and I deep fry it with modwana and chakalaka and an acha sauce. For mains, we have an array, like we have a spread of ukudla, which is inyama yenhloko, we have ulusu, we have cream spinach, we've got pap. Yo man, we have a lot. And then right at the end, just to make it more South African, we have malva pudding. It's safe to say I can prepare mqombothi when I host my friends.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Yes, that was Shakespeare who said that. And we'll be back with more of Trendz Travel right after this very short break. Right when he said, if music be the food of love, play on. And what would romance be without a little music?
It was dimmed lights and hushed tones as lovers sat just a little bit closer to one another. As Edgar Winter said, music is very spiritual. It has the power to bring people together. And that is no more truer than in the month of love, where music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. Still, audiences sat silently stunned and whisked away into a magical world of wonder and love.
We are at the Peter Turin Theatre at Monte Cassino, and you are about to watch a production of Here's to You, the Simon & Garfunkel Songbook, which is a compilation show of all of the biggest hits of these two giants in the music industry. It is the perfect show to actually bring your Valentine to. We had this show staged last year in August, and within the first week our entire run sold out because of the popularity of the show. So this year we decided to bring it back, and it's now again on the stage in the month of love. So what we tried to do with this production is we tried to take the evergreen music of Simon & Garfunkel and put it in a theatrical setting where 8 actors bring to life these songs in a theatrical context. The thing about the music of Simon & Garfunkel is that they are all story songs, and that's why we decided to take those songs and make them into a theatrical productions to tell the story and advance the narrative.
And of course, no love story is complete without a little seduction. With the ebbs and flows of relationships, Simon and Garfunkel capture the essence of those valleys that took audiences the nostalgic, scenic route down memory lane. As couples sat and exchanged glances, squeezed hands, and even leaned in for a kiss, they were reminded of their own journeys and everything they did for love. With the slow cadence and low lights, with the sweet-sounding voices of the female cast, hearts melted as lovers remembered.
I do.
So we've got 8 really talented multi-instrumentalists who play the violin, the cello, keyboards, and who can sing, and all of them play various instruments. So the whole show is sort of playing musical chairs around instruments, and they move to different instruments. So we tailored the songs that we felt were really good songs for these instruments. So it gives it an entirely new feel and flavor.
And a new flavor it was, a Spanish one. Despite the language barrier, audiences remained mesmerized by the utter romance that filled the atmosphere.
The audience absolutely loves the show, and I think the reason is because there's something in the show that resonates with everybody. We see people sway. We have to put in new seats because they sway in their chairs and break the seats just because they're having such a good time.
And when asked about the romance factor, they had this to say.
It is romantic, I mean, I feel like, but yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and it's much better than taking your partner to the movies or anything like that. It's something different. And as I said, they're full of energy, they get you involved, it's really exciting and something great to do on Valentine's, I think.
Yeah, sing along with your partner, what's better than that?
And sing along they did. As we end today's show, I'd like to remind you, in the words of the Sweet Home Alabama star Reese Witherspoon, you always gain by giving love. So that's exactly what you should do this Valentine's Day. This is Eloise Scoble signing out for Trendz Travel. We'll see you again next week, same time, same